boy. Looks like our beans are coming up that we planted. Hey guys, it's E here from Virginia Grace Living. So like I said, my beans are starting to come up good. So that means I need to get the trellis ready because these are pole beans. So I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about the best, in my opinion, the best trellis you can use for cucumbers or pole beans, any of those things that like to climb. It's the simplest, it's fairly inexpensive, and it's just super easy to set up. So let me go ahead and show you what that is in just a second. Before I do that, let me turn this camera around. I gotta show you guys my backyard garden. The no-till garden's looking a little crazy, so I gotta do some tidying up. So whenever the chickens got in here, I never got to come back in and recover this with wood chips. So I got a pretty good, that and weeds just like to pop up. So I'm gonna put down a little bit more compost on top of my mounds. These are my potatoes. They're doing pretty good back here. Need to hill these a little bit, but they're doing well. And then if I get time, I'm gonna do some wood chips in here. All right, so these are my green beans right here. I showed you guys I have my 2 T-posts, and I am going to put up my trellis netting in here. That's one row right there down, looking a little better. I'm gonna go ahead and actually do these potatoes here in a second too, and kind of give them some extra compost to hill them up a little bit. But before I do that, I'm gonna run some rabbit manure right down the middle of them to kind of side dress these and give them a little fertilizer there. Still gotta do this row over here as well. Alright, so while we're going over here to get this rabbit manure, I might as well show you guys a little bit of update on these, on her kits. Well, we have 2 sets of kits. Minnie right here only has 3, but Coco has 8, and they're really all doing really well. So I'm going to show you guys real quick, then we'll grab the manure and head back over to the garden. Hey Coco, can I see some of your babies? Alright guys, so here's one of Coco's babies here. They're getting big. They're about 3.5 weeks old. Growing really well. Just healthy bunnies. So she's doing good. As you can see behind me, they're trying to get some milk from her. They chase her around and drive her crazy. But she's probably about ready to have them weaned off here in a couple weeks. All right, well, let's go ahead and look at some minis real quick. So minis are still kind of in the nesting box, but they've started to open their eyes as well, and they're doing pretty good actually. So she's figured out the mama thing and started to do really well. She had a hard time at first, but she's doing well now. Thought this one was kind of cool. It's like a cinnamon color almost, so pretty neat. Big chunky bellies on them, so mom's doing a good job. All right, let's get this manure. As you can see, I don't have a shortage of rabbit manure. Even Mr. Whiskers over here has probably got some too. Yep. So that's one advantage of having rabbits. All right, let's get back over to the garden. All right, so kind of killed 2 birds with 1 stone there. Hilled up the potatoes and added a little bit more compost. Went ahead and fertilized them. Got 1 more row here. Hopefully I have enough compost to add there. I don't think I'm gonna get to the wood chips today, but after I get done with the compost, I'll go ahead and set that trellis netting up and show it to you and talk to you about it a little bit more. Got all the rows done. Like I said, I'm gonna come in here and do some wood chips probably this weekend if I have time. All right, so let's get that trellis netting set up right here. Back to the trellis netting. So all you really need to put this up, obviously you need the netting, and you're gonna need some zip ties and probably a pocket knife of some sort. This is my Ontario Rat #1. Really nice knife, good for the garden, any type of homestead and stuff, because it's fairly inexpensive, but it's well made. I'll put a link in the description for this knife as well. So anyhow, you're going to need your zip ties and your knife and trellis netting. So we're going to go ahead and get this out. We're going to stretch it and put it along in between these T-posts right here. So we're going to get it started up here. Get one zip tie to kind of hold it in place. And then stretch out the bottom. Looks like we're good here. I'm trying to run this through the middle of the beans that are coming up. Just kind of stretch it tight real quick. See how much we're working with here. I'm going to get this fairly tight. Alright, so I have it fairly tight right now. I'm going to go ahead and trim this here. Like I said, I have plenty of netting left that I can use somewhere else. I already have the netting from last year still up for my cucumbers that I can show you guys. But nothing to it, just tight. Just keep it tight. Let's see, I'm going to go right there. And we'll cinch these together. Alright, so I have it fairly tight right now. I'm going to go ahead and trim this here. Like I said, I have plenty of netting left that I can use somewhere else. I already have the netting from last year still up for my cucumbers that I can show you guys. But nothing to it, just tight. Just keep it tight. Let's see, I'm going to go right there, and we'll cinch these together. So this one is 5 foot tall. They have some different ones, but I found this one works really well with your standard T-posts. These are 6 foot or 6.5 foot T-posts, and when they pound them into the ground, obviously it's closer to 5 foot. So, but you can see we're just gonna put these and make sure we got room for our beans to come up. So I got my cucumbers are starting to sprout, and they'll be growing up this same trellis that I used last year. I didn't even take it down. It's still in good shape. Here's actually a clip from last year of what it looked like, and you can kind of get an idea of how this trellis system worked. So in the video, I'm mainly talking about growing cucumbers and green beans on this, but anything really that you could trellis, like any type of vining plant, should do fine. I've seen people grow butternut and stuff on them. You just have to make sure you support some of those larger fruits. But again, peas, anything like that, I think would do well on here. So just get creative. And like I said, it's just super simple to set up, very user-friendly, inexpensive, and a great way to use a trellis. Alright guys, well that's pretty much all I have for you today. Behind me I got my tomatoes, and the next couple videos I'm going to show you how I do the Florida weave. If you're interested in that, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit that thumbs up, and share these videos. It really helps out the channel. So as always, thanks for watching, and God bless.